My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. Modded in particular. It's time to play another Marisa run. I want to do an Ascension 1. Let's go. Hello again. A curse for 2 random colorless cards. As much as I want colorless cards, I really don't want curses in this deck. 100 gold. We have an early shop. We do. But I don't want to go to that shop. I want to hug the left-hand side. I kind of want to upgrade a card here. Just take the... hit the upgrade on Master Spark, which is going to give me a lot more of an opportunity to push my way through the early elites. All right. Whew. Mana Convection, Witch's Leyline, and Dragon Meteor. These are all things that I think I take after I have a build set rather than before, and I don't, yes. Marisa actually has the benefit of being one of the characters who can take on elites with her basic card set. So you should really be taking advantage of that. I'll be taking 1 damage here if I want to kill this turn. Really do, though. Upgrade versus Illusion Star versus Gravity Beat. Gravity Beat is really powerful. Apply weaken AoE. I'm trying to think, what build do I want to go for? I wanted to go for like a 0-cost Twilight Struggle. Oh, what's it? That's the name of a different completely thing. Twilight Imperium? No. Twilight... Tiberian Twilight? No. What was it called? Can't remember for the life of me, but it's deal 3 damage for every 0-cost card you play this combat to all enemies. That would be really good. I think I'm going to take the Gravity Beat just so I have 1 AoE card in deck. Make all strikes and defends ethereal. Oh, that's going to make a cycle like 0-cost build a lot more powerful. Yeah, let's do it. Hell yeah. There go those 2 strikes. Who needs them? Gravity Beat defends. Hell yeah. We are going to be very potent in the early game here, so we can actually probably hold off a lot more than I otherwise might. Yeah. I think we'll hold off a lot more than I otherwise might on deciding a win condition or a strategy. Want to transform, upgrade a random card. That's not good. So we lost 623B, Shoryuken, and instead got binary stars. Choose to add and upgrade either Dark Flare Star, Black Flare Star rather, or White Dwarf to your hand. Exhaust, amplify, add both to your hand instead for 2 energy. Now, I have seen these cards before. Let's generate both of them. Black Flare Star can only be played when you have 4 or more cards in your hand. Discard any number of cards from your hand and gain 5 block for each. And then White Dwarf can only be played when you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand. Deal 0 damage, 2 times the size of your discard pile. Add 2 burns to your hand. I think I've got to try and play into the strategy. So this is 10 damage right now. 10 damage for 0 energy, and it gives me 2 burns in hand. I can't play that. Okay, so I want to capitalize on this, because if I'm capitalizing on this, the deck needs to suddenly become a lot thicker. Looks thicker, more like Vicar. No, it has to be grosser. It's green. Ooh, upgrade defense. Master Spark with a Questio? It just made it worse. Damn. Just gonna try and set them closer to a value that I would be able to remove. Now, remember, Gravity Beats is still in the deck. We can't play it. We're entangled this turn. Ah, yeah. Gravity Beat would have been lethal with the Amplify in particular. Master Strike got real scrambled there. Alright. Kill him. Bag of Marbles at the start of his combat apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Yes! Very good for us. Earth, Grey, Light. Is there any reason I would want to bring back a card? Not yet. Not really. I'm really not pleased to have the binary stars in the deck. I'm not yet totally on board with burn synergy. I like that all the defense are ethereal here, so that we're not going to draw them again. I don't think I had lethal that turn, unless I used the steroid potion, that is. Regal Pillow, very, very, very handy for us. Second Gravity Beat's probably too much. Milky Way, I don't want to do like another multi-attack deck. We've done that before. And Illusion Star is generation of a lot of cards that I don't really want. Start each combo with +1 dex. Yeah, it'll help supplement our relatively small amount of dexterity as this character. I say relatively. Literally. So 21 becomes 31, 31. Okay, so I think what I'm actually going to do here is just absolutely murder the frontliner there so that I can't have a really bad turn next turn. Right, we're going to take the binary stars just so we can get Black Flare Star. Black Flare Star seems to be the only star that I could even possibly consider. The deck has to be ridiculously thick for us to be able to take advantage of this. Am I daft for trying? I don't know, but all I can do is try. New strategies. I gotta try and just see how they go. That was really dumb. Shouldn't have let myself take that damage though. Spark him. Warding Shard for each act you climb. Gain 1 dex at the start of combat. Yikes. We have to take Gas Giant now. 16 block and add 2 burns. Wow, was that reduced in cost as well? We'll also take a random relic. We get 10-foot pole. Take 50% less damage outside of combat. You cannot be surprised or caught off guard by mimics. I have to move and then rest. Thankfully, the Regal Pillow means that now I'm back in a reasonable amount of HP. Cards which exhaust when played will instead discard 50% of the time. There was actually a question recently asking what mod is Banana from. It's from Conspire. I thought it was from Conspire, but I didn't want to answer and be incorrect. So it's from Conspire. I really like Ultimate Shortwave in a thin deck. We're intending to now thicken up this deck, which makes me sad. But Ultimate Shortwave is gain 1 energy and 1 charge up. Increase the charge up gain of this energy by 1 and energy gain of this card by 1 for the rest of this battle. The reason those two are split up is because the charge up gain increases while the energy gain does not on the second level. So this becomes, like, in a relatively short deck, a really, really quick way of building a lot of charge up and also energy. So, like, this plus an X cost card, like the Mana Rampage, would be ridiculous. We don't exhaust any of our own cards at the moment. We need to take We need to take the Master of Strategy. It's going to be really good, helping us draw. I'd love to remove a card here, but again, that's not kind of the archetype that we're trying to draw into. Oh, this is the feeling I get every time I try and run a thick deck. Whenever you draw this, draw one more card. If this card is exhausted, add one card from your exile add one card from your exhaust pile to your hand. I'll take that because I don't know, like, unless I fill my hand, it's not going to lose usefulness. I'm going to attain Blank's Blanky here, which is when resting at rest sites, heal to full. You can only get it in replacement of the Regal Pillow, by the way. Gas Giant, then Binary Star, then I'm gonna... So, White Dwarf is an attack. Deal 20 damage, 2 times the size of your discard pile. Our discard pile was 10. It was not affected by vulnerability. Why? Attacks are affected by vulnerability. Just broadly as a rule. Should have done that in the opposite order as well. I forgot that the Amplify cost I was going to be paying for the first play there. So I guess the benefit that we really get from Dwarf Star and White Dwarf... gosh. I'm just going to call them black and white. I can't. Black Flare Star, White Dwarf. Black Flare Star, White Dwarf. Black Flare Star, White Dwarf. The benefit we get from black is that we can discard the burns that we get from white, I guess. We're going to need something that... Oh, I could have actually played that at the end there. We're going to need something that capitalizes off of... all of the burns that we have in our deck, because we generate them real quick, and that is a great way for us to die. Fungus Brew. Okay. No, don't tell me I forgot the name. I sat there. It's Nakatoni. Nakatori. Damn it. I'm so sorry. I've forgotten the name of the commenter who graciously did this for me. But on the last episode, there's a comment that mentions what the actual results from Fungus Brew are, depending on what you use. So an attack potion gives you a fear. An attack being selected by Fungus Brew gives you a fear on the enemy. Skill potion gives you a weakness potion on the enemy. Let's pass that. A power potion gives you poison, I think. Status is a fire potion, and then a curse is a smoke bomb, so you escape the combat. I think Fungus Brew actually would be nice to help us exhaust Orbital, and then just, you know, play our Master of Strategy again. Matter Convection will also help us exhaust Orbital. I'm gonna take the Fungus Brew, though. That's gonna be interesting. This deck is going to have a ridiculous amount of burns in it. I don't know if we're capable of beating the Hexaghost because of that, but maybe we are. Just going to put that into my deck. Only that one. With all of the strikes and defense being ethereal, it's kind of antithetical to the idea of me having a thick deck. Like, it's going to be really difficult for me to generate that and keep that going. I wonder if the only way that I can win is just by perma-defending here. It might well be. Right, of course. I have so little damage in this deck. Literally, it's just Master Spark. I think that the only way that I'm going to be capable of winning this fight is by letting my charge up build ridiculously. I do want the zero cost defend still back in there. Zero cost, the other defend. I'm not playing enough cards in a turn now as well, actually. That's something I need to consider. Play the defend. Right. This is... And yeah, we're going to lose now. Damn it. I thought that if we battled directly, we weren't going to be able to win. But if I got the Master Spark to like a three times, to 16, I would have 84 damage on it. And then if I could increase it one more time, it would be instant lethal. But I misplayed and started taking a lot more damage than I wanted and generating a lot less charge up than I wanted. And that's okay. I don't really know my way around the White Dwarf thing yet, and I really don't know my way around the burn build yet, so... Those... It's probably better that those wait for later, rather than sooner. And then just... I mess up. Choosing a card to obtain is really good, but 14 max HP on a character who takes so much damage because they have so little defense is pretty damn good. That's like, I paid 14 for Mango. Mango's pretty good. It's not brokenly insane, but it's pretty good. Okay, Milky Way Illusion Star Grand Cross. No, thank you. Can't take it out. Sure. Ring of Hypnosis. All enemies start with Confusion. When Confusion applies to enemies, it gives a random attack damage modifier each round, ranging from -2 to +3, as well as a Ring of Panic. At the start of combat, you become confused for 3 turns. Gain energy at the start of rounds 1 and 2. Gain energy. That's 2 energy at the start of rounds 1 and 2, and 1 energy at the start of round 3. We can't do that. Marisa has a lot of very low-cost cards and very few high-cost cards. That would be a great way for me to guarantee that I die. Okay. Witch of Greed, Magic Chant, Mysterious Beam. Mysterious Beam with the random attack added to hand. No. I'll take Witch of Greed. It's just nice. Gives us some extra value in the early game. -2 on your damage this turn. Nice. Actually going to be very handy. It means that I can play my Witch of Greed there. What's the curse that we even have in this deck? Spreading Infection. At the end of your turn, duplicate all other status and curse cards in your hand. Whoo! That would be a great way to make a lot of burns if I wanted to. Treasure Hunter. Deal 12 damage. Gain a random relic on victory if this kills a non-minion enemy in an elite or boss fight. I really, really want it. Like a lot. We're hunting 3 elites. This is where I want it as well. We're going to be taking a lot of damage here, but Treasure Hunter giving us a second relic out of this. Okay. Backliner is now set up for Treasure Hunter already. I'll weaken the frontliner because they're definitely going to be alive for a couple more turns. Spreading Infection duplicates Dazed. Dazed burn at the end of the turn anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that frontliner is down pretty easily. Lame. I'm going to throw them all. Got the Treasure Hunter. It only needs to be 12 damage though, so. Come on. Extra Relic of the End of Combat. That's going to be great. Not going to get a potion, but an extra relic. I'll settle. And now we've got double damage active. Defend, hell yes. Spreading infection duplicates the dazed. They go into a discard pile. Okay, never mind. It does actually affect us. That's really frustrating. 623B, I don't want to play there just because it benefits so little from the extra damage that we have. Obviously, I'm waiting for a very specific card here. The fact that it's taken this long to get to it means that waiting for it probably turns out to be incorrect. Should have just done it earlier. Yeah, that's my bad. In retrospect. Okay. Toy Battleship. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with... during the next combat, the first card played each turn also draws one card. Ridiculous for us. Peanut Butter, at the start of each combat, gain 8 temporary HP. Ridiculous for us. I am very pleased with how that went. Extra potion the end of combat, don't mind. If I do in particular, that is. Happy to use an explosive potion here to retain some of my HP. I'll use Treasure Hunter for the kill. It doesn't do anything here, but I'll use it for the kill regardless. Don't really want any of those either. Okay, like boom. That's a great turn 1 against the Log of Wool in here. Whew. I am definitely going to be trying to get Treasure Hunter to hit for all Treasure Hunter can hit for. Hell of a lot of damage. Thank you. I will use the block potion. Because I'm still going to be taking more damage next turn, so... It's not like we've been it's not like we wasted any of that block potion, is what I'm saying. Okay, getting very close to the treasure hunt. And now treasure hunt next turn is the kill. Or I can just defend a bunch while I wait for it. Toxic Egg. Whenever you add a skill card to your deck, upgraded as well as the Regal Pillow. Yes. Discard all of the cards in your draw pile, then gain 1 block for each of them. No, not particularly good for us. Ori Sun. For each stack of charge up you have, deal 8 damage to all enemies. Is that at the end of turn it does that? Or is it when you play it? If it's when you play it, why is this a power and not an exhaust card? Because powers tend to be things that have a persistent effect, or things that have an effect that will trigger at a certain point. This is neither of those, if I'm reading it correctly. I don't understand that yet. I could take Spore Crump, gives us some vulnerability to add to enemies. Also also immediately upgrades itself. Lagavulin also gives us Slimy Hat. Raise your maximum hand size by 2. I kind of want to pick up 2 more curses so I can get a black card. Sutalos, we have been surprised. Okay, apparently for Treasure Hunter's sake, the Mimic does count as an elite. But apparently I have to configure in my settings something about it. I can't remember in particular, please. Dang it. There's something I have to configure with respect to that, though. I'm going to have to use Elixir here. Otherwise, all those spreading infections are just going to spread throughout the entire deck. As soon as I draw Treasure Hunter, that's the kill now. So basically, I'm just going to defend until then. Nice. Art of War. If you don't bleed any attacks during your turn, get an additional energy next turn. Considering how often we're stalling from attacking so that we can get Treasure Hunter off, that's actually quite good for us. Shoot the Moon. Deal 8 damage and remove a random buff from your target. If it's not a boss, amplify energy. Deal 13 damage instead. Remove all buffs. That's going to make elite fights a lot easier for us to manage. Is it? Helps us with the Gremlin Leader. And with the Giant Parasite. And... Yikes. It's actually really limited in effectiveness in elite fights. I'm passing that then, thank you. Yeah, giving Treasure Hunter a broader range there is going to make it much easier for us to use. Or at least much easier for us to use effectively. Okay, there's two things that I really want here. Number one, there's Preserved Insect. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. Pretty cool, right? Especially considering how we're going for all elites. Then there's Collecting Quirk. Deals 7 damage to a random enemy for each 4 relics you have. We currently only have 4 relics. But we have 4 relics before the end of floor 1. I'm taking Collecting Quirk. This could get really interesting. I'm also going to take the skill potion because I am worried about my survivability, not only in the upcoming fight, but also in the boss fight at the very end of the floor. Definitely don't need to play Collecting Quirk yet. $9.25, just short. All right, we're gonna have to use a fire potion here in order to set up the Treasure Hunter for the kill. No, it wasn't 9. Ah, charge up was triggering. Damn it. I could have done that without the fire potion. That's my bad. Incense Burner, every 6 turns gains an intangible. What? Did I get 2? Did I get Vajra there as well? I think I did get Vajra there and I just immediately missed it. Alice's Gift. Retain, deal 5 damage. Exhaust with an Amplify, deal triple damage. So its triple damage is 15. 2 energy on a Retain? I guess that's just so that you always have an attack in hand if all of your deck is defensive and charge up building. Robbery, deal 7 damage, gain gold for each unblocked damage dealt. Upgrade, double gold. That seems good too. Take a copy of Robbery. Yeah, I need to remove the curse. It's diluting my draw, if nothing else. Gain the gold, lose the HP. And then rest. Regal Pillar heals me up as well. Using a regen potion here too. Keeping the enemy vulnerable is going to be really good for us. 36 incoming damage this turn. All right, we're going to be using Open Universe here, I guess. Defends. 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 Charge up. Yeah. That. Collecting Quirk is gradually going to get upgraded here. Those weren't good. Every 2 times when you activate an Amplify attack, you can put an attack card from your discard pile into your hands. Activate that, put it back in my hands. Yeah. Well, I think we'll be able to scrape by through this, but good lord. And Nate, gain energy equals when the number of cards in your draw pile increases during your turn. Sure, that's actually going to work with how this is currently being played. Final Spark does trigger off normal sparks. That's also something that was told to me by the same person who told me how the brewing works, but also by Jedi in my Discord. So thank you, Jedi, as well. Whew, I can't actually believe we managed to burn that burn. Okay. I think it's Milky Way asteroid belt almost certainly. Get extra energy next turn. Let's bring back the uppercut. Open universe again. Charge spray is affected. Nice. We'll get that. Double your damage this turn. Max power would be good later for like a giant final spark, but discard all of your draw pile and gain 1 block for each of them. No. Deal 19 damage, increased by 1 for each card in your discard pile. Well, actually, we still do that, and then we do that. So we're setting up for still the Treasure Hunter. Call me Tomb Raider. I need to add, like, something that is going to help us defend in some fashion. That doesn't exist. Okay, Fungus Brew is a weakness potion, so I'll exhaust this. That is to say, a skill potion being exhausted by Fungus Brew gives a weakness potion on the enemy. It is now time for me to wait until we have Treasure Hunter. Pretty much. There's Treasure Hunter. I'm going to open Universe for free here. Then Max Power and Collecting Quirk, then Treasure Hunter. Nice. Whew. Skill for Foam Finger. Draw 1 additional card at the start of each turn. Hell yes. All right. Big Crunch. Exhaust half of the cards in your draw pile and discard pile. Gain energy and draw a card for each 4 cards exhausted. The only reason what we just did worked is because I added a card to my deck using the skill potion that gave me the ability to add cards to my deck, and then we kind of just went from there. That seems like an interesting strategy actually now. But I don't think it works for us consistently, so I don't think I take Big Crunch now. But I do want Collecting Quirk. 4, what? Almost. Here we go. Sweet Flower, probably. We'll have less map information, but more energy. And considering we have 2 copies of Collecting Quirk and a copy of Treasure Hunter, we're going to need the ability to play 2 2-cost cards in a single turn. So all of those Treasure Hunters now... Nope. I had a statement I was going to say, and then I realized that was wrong. That's incorrect. Nice. Since we're intangible, I figured, you know, what's the worst that can happen if we let them reroll? Collecting Quirk for some serious damage. No. Ooh, thank you for the gold. Goodbye, Fuzzy Die. Singularity Star Barrage, one time off, gains 7 block. You can't use Amplify and charge up until, or rather, you can't use Amplify and charge up. You can't use Amplify and charge up. Until this turn ends, draw 2 cards next turn. So you just play that at the end of the turn. Draws 2 additional cards next turn. I don't think we actually need that extra draw, especially with Foam Finger and the fact that we have, you know, some high cost cards in the deck. Like, sure, I think we can benefit from it, but I don't think it's necessarily, you know, essential. Cool. Now the next Collecting Quirk is just lethal. Oh, or I could Robbery for a bunch of money, then Collecting Quirk. Yeah, nice. Our Potion as well as Milky Way, Mysterious Beam, Luminous Strike. Luminous Strike is a little bit better because we have the extra card draw in the deck, but also, don't want him. Milky Way actually has a position to be argued for here because Collecting Quirk is a multi-attack. And we do need a little more defense. You know what? Pre-upgraded. Yeah, I'll take it. Another Treasure Hunter? I mean, there are elite fights this floor that are AoE. Interesting. Bottled Rain. Upon pickup, choose a card. That card will always retain. Obviously, we'll be buying that and putting that on Treasure Hunter. Kind of just want to remove a card now. Yeah, it's just going to be a basic strike as well. The other relics in the shop. Gift box. Upon pickup, choose and obtain choose and add 1 rare card to your deck. It's a selection. It's just like a normal card selection of 3. And Frozen Eye, when viewing your draw pile, the cards are now shown in correct order. While I think that would work, and especially because the Toxic Egg will immediately upgrade them, never mind, I have to take it for that reason. Damn it. I hate it when something's too good to logically turn down. Stalling out is also actually really good. Gives us extra energy for the Art of War. I mean, like, everything here says take the apparitions. But my heart says take the apparitions. So that's why I took them. Final Infernal Berry. This is not an elite fight, right? Yeah, it's not. It's just a normal combat. Alright. I'll retain Treasure Hunter, but I almost certainly just want to use something else. Oof. And I'll finish with Treasure Hunter for no reason other than because I can. Gas Giant, Machine Gun Spark, Gravity, Beat. Machine Gun Spark is already 16 damage because of the Vajra. You can't turn down 16 damage for 1 energy exhaust. It's real good. Past that. Ooh, it's a lot of damage. Shouldn't have played that apparition there, by the way. I just remembered. Trigger all their curl-ups. Non-minion enemy, so the Treasure Hunter does have to be used for the back line. I'm just building a bunch of defense on myself that turn because I have way too many potions. I don't need to keep them all. And also, I just have excellent reason to stall and excellent capability to stall as well. Thanks to the apparitions. The apparitions are actually getting extended by the incense burner, meaning that they have like an extra turn of viability. It's real nice. Oh, Treasure Hunter's really good. All right, Lantern gain start each combat with an additional energy as well as the deflated dodgeball. You have a 10% chance to dodge attacks. Absolute Magnitude would overkill my enemies, which is going to prevent me from oftentimes using the Treasure Hunter. But we have the ability to kind of just wait and let the Absolute Magnitude build. We did that for the last, which means that I don't want to do it for this. If I had already played this character a lot, I would be taking Absolute Magnitude, but because Absolute Magnitude is how we won last game, I don't want to do it. 6 HP as well as bring a card back from the brink. I can bring back Milky Way like multiple times. That's always good. I've done that. I did that last episode. That was the whole last episode build. Ryan, please. That's a nice H. My upgrades here pretty much all have to be collecting quirk, collecting quirk. It's upgrades to deal for every 3 that I have. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5. 5 times 7 is 35. Dreamcatcher. Whenever you rest, add a card to your deck, or you may add a card to your deck, rather. Definitely got a Spore Crumpum. $30 damage, 30 gold. If I didn't use an extra card to set up there, if I had the charge up without doing that, I could have gotten a much better result there. Collecting quirk. Hell yes. This build is going to collecting work. No, I just don't want anything that is not just collecting quirk and relics now, I guess. This is gonna be really good. Then we'll start working on the next one. Collecting quirk still in the deck. There it is. Which agree before we collecting quirk. Random relic of funnel. At the end of a turn, unused energy is converted to 4 lock each. Nice. So we'll be copying 3 damage this turn. Never mind. Thank you, Deflated Dodgeball, for keeping that. Dex Potion as well as an Adrenaline Potion. Adrenaline Potion is going to be more important than the thing that I just sold that I can't remember the name of already. Sold, dropped. Energy Recoil versus 6A versus Mana Convection. No, I don't need any of those. Snecko Ghost. Nice. So we'll Milky Way, then we'll Collecting Quirk, then use the other Collecting Quirk. I actually do want to throw out the Fear Potion first. First damage taken to 1 each turn. Why did my first Collecting Quirk not deal any damage then? Shouldn't only the first application of damage from the Collecting Quirk be reduced? With the way it says, reduce the first damage taken each turn to 1, that's what I would assume. Because it's an instance of damage. If it's reduced the damage from the first attack taken to 1 each turn, then I would understand it. Add that vulnerability up. Also gives me some extra energy for next turn. Played that in the wrong order. I could have probably done a lot more damage there. But I guess I don't want to, right? I want Treasure Hunter before I do that. Let me kill you. Thank you, Treasure Hunter, for giving me tiny chest. Gain 30 gold. You're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms, as well as the stunning cunning disguise, rather. Death potion for 60 damage for 12 HP on myself. Don't want any of those. Cunning disguise. Which character do I take? The Silent, the Defect, Beat the Cultist, the Construct, the Mystic, or Ironclad. So what would help with the build that we currently have? Well, Cheap Draw. Cheap Draw would help with the build. So Battle Trance from the Ironclad. Adrenaline from the Silent. That's about it. Like, I'm thinking, like, low-cost draw. Do we have any generation of relics in any of these classes? Like Construct, but I would have to mega upgrade something in order to get it, and I don't have access to mega upgrading. Gaining strength is obviously really good, so Ironclad giving us, like, Inflame is pretty good. Alright, I think it's Ironclad for Inflame. Okay. Ooh! Yes! That's a turn right there! Mad invulnerable. Backline is now very close to dead. With the vulnerability on each of them, I should be able to just drop a collecting quirk here. Cool. And I got my Witch's Greed off. Anger. No, thank you. Taking none of these, actually. I wonder, if I use Milky Way to increase the damage of Anger, would the copies of Anger then have their damage increased? I don't know. I wanted to play out all my apparitions that turn. Also, my potions don't really mean anything to me. Treasure hunt him. I wanted to play Witch of Greed, but it would have used the Amplify effect if I played it first, which would have meant that I wasn't capable of playing all of those cards. Pen Nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That's kind of how we were already going. Don't want any of those. War Paint. A pumping up upgrade to random skills. Sure, both defends. And upgrade the other collecting quirk. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So they're dealing 10 damage 7 times. That's a lot of damage. No, I didn't play an attack that turn already. It was 623B. Damn. Because of that, I should have played an attack again. I wasn't thinking about that, unfortunately. Milky Way, then collecting quirk to just destroy everything if I could. I mean, I'm already intangible this turn, but I know the enemy's attacking next turn for 10 by 2, so I needed to extend my intangibility to that turn as well. Take 40 gold from you there. Oh, nice. Getting very close to the treasure hunter doing what I want the treasure hunter to do. Got him. Hell yes. Old coin upon pickup, gain 300 gold. Hell yes. Add 3 quests to your quest log. I hope we didn't get any there. That's important. Flawless boss to receive a random relic. We'll do that later. Casket of Scar. So, this is something that someone had mentioned to me. This build isn't going in that direction. But Casket of Star, whenever you add a spark to your hand, whenever you gain block. If you also get Cunning Disguise, use Cunning Disguise in order to get the Silent. Use the Silent in order to get After Image. Every time you play a card, gain a block. Spark, 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 spark. Nothing but. Real cool. Real good. Nice fun. Double tap is actually really powerful as well. And it will be pre-upgraded by the Toxic Egg, despite the fact that it's not being shown that from the Cunning Disguise. Collecting Quirk is obviously really powerful as well. But I think it's double tap. Is it? It allows us to extend really effectively. And we have the pen nib, so playing multiple attacks is a really good idea. I'm taking it. Whoa! No, never mind. It was upgraded. I just didn't hear the upgrade sound. More fillet. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Shops are replaced with elites. Damn. We use shops. I think we'll take Dimensional Glitch here. Gain energy at the start of each turn. All non-attack damage you deal is reduced to half, rounding down. We don't deal that much non-attack damage. All non-attack damage you take is increased by half, rounding up. We're mostly invulnerable. And all in-combat healing you receive is reduced by half, rounding up. There's also Astrolabe upon pick up transform 3 cards and upgrade them. Don't want that, though. I'm looking to fight as many elites as I possibly can this floor and go to as many shops as I possibly can. Okay, get 16 gold there, sure. We'll drop a Collecting Quirk in order to deal a significant amount of damage there. No problem. Nice. Dex Potion I don't want. Mana Convection, Asteroid, nope. Don't want any of those either. We've already got our kind of path set for us, thank you. Mobius Coin, gain an additional 50 gold every time you complete a quest, as well as the Top Hat whenever you... if your hand is full when drawing the card, draw an extra card next turn. I kind of just want to take them, like, all. Innate, randomly get either Orichalcum, Amplify Wand, or Art of War, lose that relic when the battle ends. That's just an extra relic for us. Drop that, drop that, drop that. Take Echo and, yeah. Echo, Adrenaline, Lifeblood. I like your haircut. I like yours too. Oh, let's be friends. Portable Prop Bag, and I probably actually don't want to remove a card from the deck. What did I do? Strike. Well, Strike. Simple Spark, sorry. Okay, how many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost 9. 9 with the prop bag. That's a lot. Spore Crump with Treasure Hunter next turn's actually probably already lethal. Collecting Quirk, sorry. Although I think it already is. Flex, gotta remember, would be pre-upgraded. I don't want it though. Oh, do I though? I don't think it's necessary. And I think our attacks are so dilute from one another that Flex isn't going to be particularly powerful. We got Amplify Wand, which is every time you play Amplify, gain 5 block. I have to tell you what it is myself. This isn't an elite, so killing it with Treasure Hunter does nothing, but we've got a lot of Treasure Hunter effects off so far already. I think we're doing fine on treasure hunting. Lara Croft asks us for help. Don't want that though. The singing. When adding cards to your deck, you may raise your max HP by 2 instead. That's going to be really good for us because we are projecting almost every card at this point. Okay. I'm using an adrenaline potion there because I'm probably going to get another potion at the end of the fight anyway, so may as well have some used. Thank you for the gold. Nine by 9. That will also immediately end our turn, mind. Oh, no. If I play Collecting Quirk now, it's... Oh, no, it's not 9 by 9. Right, because I used the 623B. I couldn't have 623B activate, otherwise Treasure Hunter would be invalid. Let me treasure hunt next turn, right? Go on. 10-foot pole. Take 50% less damage outside of combat. You cannot be surprised or caught off guard by mimics, as well as a potion belt. That's really good for us. Max power comes pre-upgraded. No, we don't need all of that extra energy for anything. We could put a Warcry in the deck. It's totally fine. But I'd rather than the max HP, actually. All right, good Collecting Quirk here. Very nice. Just the Spheric Guardian left. This is an elite fight, so we just go straight for as much lethal as we can do. I'm just going to save it for a Collecting Quirk. There we go. Shift Potion, swap your strength and dex. Another portable prop bag. Sure. Don't mind if I do. Portable prop, portable prop. It is lowering the value of our opening hand, but we're kind of doing okay. I don't know if it's super necessary that I focus on the value of that. This robbery is about to give me 120 gold. You know, amplify with pen nib gets pretty good. This is 12, 120 damage. Now, I haven't found anything that gives you the ability to purge the debuff portable prop bag. Just in case that's something someone was wondering. That's something I wondered as well. I haven't found any way to get that. Treasure hunting got him in the end. We get Strawberry as well as Hand Mirror. Whenever you gain vulnerable or weakened, it also applies to the enemy that sent it. I'll take another Milky Way, actually. It's turned out to be really good. I can't believe I'd already taken that. Duvu Doll, for each curse in your deck, you start combat with 1 strength. No curses currently, though. Omamori to get the next curses you obtain. Okay, that's fine. It's just another relic for us. Imagine this. This whole class just goes nuts with Unceasing Top. But I'm just sitting here imagining it. Ooh. I I want it so damn bad. Collecting quirk is 18 times 11, shortly over 180. Yeah, we'll actually be fine. So apparition, defend, collecting quirk. Just waiting for the treasure hunter now. Witch of Greed, then treasure hunter. I love how that all works out. Beetle Shell. Every 10th time you gain block from a card, gain double that block as well as minus blood. So it seems like there's probably not a great reason to put a second treasure hunter in the deck because we really would not have found much use for it. This could be a problem. No reason to play that apparition this turn. It doesn't defend us for the next turn or anything like that. Hang on while I quickly resort my inventory so that I can actually just see the more important things. One, two, three, and then that. Destroy the entire field. I could take some of those. Doesn't mean I need them, though. Surprisingly good. Bump it up to 25 cards? Yeah, sure, why don't you? Not a significant change to my deck, frankly. $24-12 time. I can't do that without just destroying the Hoarder. Now, 12 times 12. 12 times 12 is 144. 144 twice is lethal. Can't do that either. I want a treasure hunt, damn it. There's 144 for you. So I can set up as best I can. You've got Mango now. That's just a bunch of HP on you. That's cool as hell. Well, a bunch. Okay. And treasure hunting kills. Nice. Bronze Scales as well as Sundial. Bronze Scales being 3 thorns, and Sundial every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain 2 energy. Another portable prop bag. Sure, I'm going all the way on that one. Take a regen potion, even though my regen's halved. It's way too late to upgrade Witch of Greed, but this is kind of just me giving back. Satchel at the end of a turn, retain 1 card. And 63B plus. Let's get some lifeblood. So portable prop bag, portable prop bag, portable prop bag. We got Orichalcum, Amplify Wands, and I guess because we already have Art of War, we couldn't get the other one as well. So I thought you could get multiple copies, but I guess relics don't typically stack well. They can stack well, and they can be made to stack well, but I don't believe they typically do by default. It's a really equivocal way to state that. I don't believe they do. I know they don't. I've seen discussion of the code that governs that. I know that doesn't work. All right, this is not a minion, so I can actually kill it with Treasure Hunter for an extra relic. Definitely retain Apparition. Enemy is attacking this turn, okay. Apparition, Apparition. Apparition, Apparition. Ooh, Apparition. Apparition, Apparition. Hey, Treasure Hunter did its due diligence there. I want to hold on to Spore Crump so that I can get some vulnerability applied on the enemy. This is a great setup for our next collecting quirk. And then the one directly after that's going to be used for the win. All right. That could scarcely have gone better. Is that going to crash? No, never mind. Woo! Got to a maximum 1,300. Hell yes. Now that is a Marissa run. It has frozen yet again. I don't know exactly what's... never mind. It's cool. It came back immediately as soon as I start complaining. Apparently, I should just complain more. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game. He's been Slay the Spire. There's a link of... or rather, a link to the GitHub repository release page for each and every single one of the mods that I play in each and every single video of Slay the Spire modded. Hopefully, you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully, we'll see you next time.